And good morning to another live stream. We're just going to have a general chat today. There's a few things I want to cover. Um, Next Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., I'll be talking to John, Blind Man Walking, talking about being a parent, first time parent who has a disability, who is blind. I strongly urge everyone to go to Blind Man Walking's YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button and hit all notifications. He puts out really good content and he's a really nice person to talk to. He puts out things about his guide dogs and about his son, family life, his work, how he does things. It's just a really good informative channel. So that's Blind Man Walking. Also, there's another channel I go to quite often. Her name is Silver Diamond. Again, it's just a general chat channel. They just go on and have fun. Um, she's really quite good. She's been off the last couple of weeks. She's had an aneurysm that's leaked blood, so she's not well at the moment. She'll be back in the next week or two. If you want to go get some good entertainment, go to her channel. It's just Silver Diamond. Again, subscribe and select all notifications. It's just good fun. A lot of Australians go to that channel. It's just really good fun as well. So I strongly urge everyone to do that. And a couple of weeks ago, I interviewed the Assistant Police Commissioner, Tony Cook. Now, he did send some information through, and I've reached out to Department of Justice to see if I can get someone from there to come and talk about services they provide for people with disabilities going through the court system and interacting with police, dealing with the police. I've chased them up a few times and they just haven't responded in the last couple of weeks, so I'll keep chasing them up. Also, I'm going to reach out to Pauline Hanson again, Senator Hanson, to talk to her about the NDIS and the upcoming referendum. I'm going to try and get that for as soon as possible. I know she's really busy. I don't agree with everything she says, but a lot of the things she does say makes sense. And it's one thing I do like Pauline Hanson, that she's upfront and she's honest and she tells it as she sees it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But unlike most politicians who just deflect and lie and just don't tell the truth, um, I think Senator Hanson's not like that. She'll answer the question if she can, and she'll be upfront and honest. She'll give her views and opinions. And like I said, other politicians just constantly deflect and misrepresent the truth. So hopefully I can get her on in the next couple of weeks before the referendum for the voice to Parliament. I personally am not voting for it. I think it does nothing at all to address First Nations people with their health and education, employment and housing, especially in regional, rural, remote areas. They're constantly overlooked. Do First Nations people need to be recognised in the referendum? Absolutely. But what the Labor Party is putting forward is typical from the Labor Party, in my opinion. It's their agenda. It's not for the country, not for the best interests of the First Nations peoples. And I've done a lot of research into this, and I've listened to Jacinda Price. She's an Aboriginal senator. She's against Warren Mundine, even though he's not a senator. He's opposing it as well. There's Aboriginal elders in South Australia and Western Australia and Northern Territory who are opposing the voice to Parliament. Because we all know there's three stages: the voice to Parliament, then there's the treaty, then there's the reparations, which I don't agree with. As Senator Price pointed out, if they're going to pay reparations to First Nations people for displacement, then the English need to pay reparations to people who are sent out here as convicts. So it just doesn't mesh, and it does nothing, in my opinion, to help the First Nations people with health and education, employment and housing. It does absolutely nothing. So, but that's my opinion, and I'll try and get Pauline Hanson on if I can. She's really busy. I've asked her so many times for an interview, and her, I don't know, PR person, Richard, I don't know, I can't remember his last name, just flat out refuses. So, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Is anyone in chat? No one in chat. Again, I was this morning. I was seeing on the current affair a child with a disability with autism, and her mother's been threatened to be deported back to Indonesia. Again, they've been here for 10 years. I don't know why they don't start the process straight away. As soon as they get residency, I think they should be applying for, permanent residency or to become an Australian citizen. I don't understand why they leave it to the last minute when they're threatened with deportation. They start whinging or complaining. It's frustrating because what that does then, because there's public pressure, the government's running around, and all the people who are going through the proper channels then have to wait until this person or these people get prioritised. It's just not fair. Everyone else is doing the right thing and going through the right channels. It's just frustrating as hell. And a couple of weeks ago, I seen on Facebook where a gentleman from New Zealand is moving to Australia. So he has a child who's in their 30s with high dependency needs with these disabilities. They're moving to Australia to get the NDIS, and I'm so opposed to it. It's just unfair. If they want the NDIS, why not lobby their own government in New Zealand to do something similar? It's taking away from Australians. People are just moving here for the NDIS. And I understand he's moving here because he's getting older and he can't look after the child who's in their 30s. I understand it, and I have a lot of sympathy. But it's not like New Zealand doesn't have a good welfare system. They do. It's just the NDIS is a little bit better than what New Zealand has. But coming here just for the NDIS, no. It's just not the right thing to do. So, it frustrates me, not just for myself, but for everyone else who's trying to get the services and the support they need from the NDIS. And, other people are coming in and it's going to start draining those resources. It's just not fair. Well, there's nobody in chat. We might just end it there. Nobody in chat, Chris? No, all right. I'll just end it there. All right, that's all for this week. Next week, again, Blind Man Walking John from 9 a.m. We'll probably have him on for about 45 minutes to an hour, hopefully, talking about being a parent who is blind, first-time parent who is blind. So it'll be an interesting chat to see how it goes. Okay, on that there. Thanks, everyone.